be taking you on a little adventure in the
Loess Hills.
Loess Hills. I can never say that word, so I'll let her say it every time. It's gonna be
Right here.
yeah. I'm gonna turn you around, and you're gonna be able to see some cool level B roads here. Level B meaning they're not maintained, other than grading every once in a while. There's no rock on them. It's quite a unique look for the area. There's several of these around here. I'm gonna turn you around. Alright, we're gonna be pulling up here shortly. These roads are very popular around this area to take pictures on, to go riding your vehicle through. Usually we like to come through with tops off and the doors off, but there's a dog running beside us. But we plan on taking the truck and camper out camping tomorrow, and I don't want to have to deal with that, so here we go. Roots that come up through the ground. Seeing some dirt in the air, so there must be another vehicle around here, so we'll have to watch for them. Alright, so what's the story behind this dirt?
I believe it's very unique. It's only in two places in the world, here in Iowa and Nebraska, and also in China. And the wind, I believe, blew it in, and that's what formed all of these hills. So it's very soft and very unique, very rich, and yeah.
And they used to harvest it for something. I can't remember what they were using it for, but then they were told they couldn't do it anymore because they're trying to preserve it because it is a unique thing in the world. I'll have to look that up to see what it is that they were using it for. I know it was something specific, but I can't think of off the top of my head what it was for. Here's a very old bridge that we're going to be coming across. It's kind of a cool look. See if I can slow down so you can take a good look at it. You can come up here and make this turn. It's a one-lane road basically, so if anybody else meets you head on here, you'll have to pull over and wait for them to get squeezed by. But here's the old bridge. It's an old plank bridge. There is water below. You can't really see it from the camera, but there's a little creek that runs through. When this does get wet, you will sink very fast and very easily, and they will not come tow you out if it's wet here. So you'll be walking out, and your vehicle is probably going to stay for quite some time because I think it takes quite a while for it to dry up. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but the cliffs around here, or the walls, are very steep and very tall. During the spring and the fall, when the leaves turn colors, is very beautiful up in here. And there's usually a lot of landslides in here because that dirt's, like she said, is very soft. People have been carving their names in it, I can see. Nope. I guess it's just the wind blowing the dirt. Look at that. It's starting to get windy out. I think we have a storm coming. You can see the roots coming out of the dirt on the wall. The trees are up above us. I guess if the dirt gives way all the way, then those trees will come down. I'm actually surprised they're not. So they must have a lot of roots going the opposite direction, hold them in. What I like about this area, or Iowa in general, is that they very much encourage you to come out and drive these roads. I'm originally from Nebraska, and it is not encouraged whatsoever to be on minimum maintenance roads. Unless you're the private landowner around the area, they do not want you on those roads. So to move over to Iowa and they encourage that stuff is kind of cool. And there's several, I don't know, probably thousands of level B roads that are cool like this throughout Iowa.
Yeah, any minimal maintenance, enter at your own risk roads are all considered level B. They're all over the state. Just kind of have to find some, and like the sign says, enter at your own risk. Go on an adventure. And be confident in your reverse. Just
And
in
make sure
case.
you have 4x4 and good tires. And sometimes it does get pretty rutty out here, so you have to watch the ruts so you don't mess up the underside of your vehicle. Very pretty up in here. I never even looked at level B roads really until I got a Jeep, and now every time we go on a trip somewhere in the state, we're looking to see where the level B roads are just to drive on them. Really unique. All right, we're going to be coming out of this one, and we'll see you at the next stop. Alright, this one's going to be a little bumpy until we get onto the dirt here, but this is one of the second ones. This one is going to have a four-way intersection in, which is very unique, supposedly. You said you had more information on that one?
A little bit. It says that it is a unique four-way intersection of level B roads. I don't think that happens very often for level Bs. They're usually roads with a lot of curves. This one they still have the tall walls, but the fact that it comes to a four-way intersection is very unique in the scope of level B roads.
If there's anybody out here today that we're going to watch for. I think we're coming up to the intersection here in just a minute. Which direction do you like to take?
I think we usually come out from the right. Usually come out of this way. So I would go back up this way.
This direction. Looks like they've been spray painting these walls. I don't know why people have to do that. Ruin everything, and then eventually they'll end up shutting it down so nobody gets to see anything. This one?
Yeah, we'll have to turn around and go back and take one of the other routes at that four-way.
Okay. We'll get up to this intersection and turn around and go the opposite direction. Get teach y'all different kinds of looks here. No, nobody make fun of my 4-point turn here. That's a nice Ford truck over there. Alright, let's get back on this road. I bet that for the kind of dirt that this is, I bet it stays cool like longer if you touch it. Like some dirt in the sun gets really hot. This to me, with it being so soft, I would think that it would stay like a cool kind of dirt.
Yeah, maybe.
Back before there was air conditioning and heating and everything, I would probably be out here and staying cool in the dirt. Alright. Coming up to the intersection again here pretty shortly. Which way did you want to go?
We just came from the left. I think the one forward turns into a dead end. You can try that and then back it up, or you can go right.
We'll do that, and then we'll go the up that one. Might as well explore them all while we're out here. As long as we got 4x4. Looks like they just graded this here recently. So peaceful up in here. This must be where it ends.
It is, and you're gonna want to make sure it's not going to the private property.
I'll spin here. Yeah, in this part of the country, it's best not to go into private property, if you understand what I'm saying. They do believe in the Second Amendment around here. Right, back down. We'll try going to the left when we get down to this intersection.
Hi, buddy.
Also, people in this area, if you think you're getting on a private property and can sneak around without them noticing, a lot of people put up trail cams. Oh, there goes a turkey. I've been seeing a lot of turkeys today, female ones. I can't remember what they're called.
Girl turkeys.
The boys are toms. The only thing that
I think it's pretty foul that you don't remember.
I know. She thinks you're pretty funny. Look at all these stumps. I wonder if they have plans to burn them all. They just got them sitting there.
I'd come out for that bonfire.
Yeah, that'd be a great bonfire. Sure, it would burn for a week at least.
I don't know, at this point it's probably pretty dry. Yep, they are burning it.
Yep.
Big ass ash pile.
Not sure where this goes out to. Still going.
Pretty sure this is the road that we got passed by the FedEx driver.
This one?
I think we were all sitting on the top right here. We all let him pass us so he could make his delivery on time. There was a lot of Jeeps that day.
Yeah, there were. Getting bumpy. Looks like they're coming up to the regular road up here because I can see there's a rock. One more dip down through here. Looks like they've recently graded this part too. Alright. We are to the end of this trip, so we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.